Hello everyone, it's Leon here. I am joined by Meeks.
Hello.
We have both played inFamous. Meeks reviewed it. You gave it, what did you give it again?
8.
8 out of 10. So, spoilers here, so don't watch anymore if you don't want to see stuff. We're going to look at the first 20 minutes of the game, just see how it all starts, and then we're going to skip ahead to a completed save, and we'll look at all the powers and all the stuff we've got. So if you just want to grab the opening, or start a new game, I should say.
Yes. Let's see. New game. It's easy. Do you want to save before starting the game? No.
So yeah, so as I say, it's going to be spoilers. We're going to talk about the sort of stuff at the end of the game. You're going to see the opening of the game, which has already been leaked, so it's not actually that new. If you watch the videos, the end leak did get put up at one point. Yeah, we'll just wait for it to load up, and we'll go on.
I'll warn you, there's muchos gracias. Yes, please. I have no idea what I'm saying. There's a lot of DualShock 4 holding in funny angles.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it starts off with spray painting.
For a journalist, I'm quite bad with words today.
Yeah.
Use your words.
Me word good.
And here's the old.
I'm amazed I've made it through the door. I was up last night till 2:30 writing up stories about the PS4 virtual reality headset thing. So I was writing stories at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get bed till 2:30, and that's usually me not making any sense for the rest of the day. But I'm doing quite well.
So look forward to a really funny and informative video.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed inFamous. I really liked it. I was just quite surprised how brief it was. That was my only real criticism.
Yeah, so I guess if you're just playing through the story missions, you could probably do it in 7 or 8 hours. I think if you're the way Circle Punch probably want you to play, and it's more the way I played, is I would do like 4 or 5 story missions, and then I'd have a couple hours downtime and just do all the DUP side missions. So like trying to drive the DUP out of the different sectors.
I spent ages chasing blast shards and doing loads of stuff. Most of my first few hours was just leveling up and finding stuff.
And obviously I actually had more fun just kind of pissing around the city with the powers, doing all the side stuff, and actually the story missions. Actually, one of my main criticisms in the written review was that the story missions aren't anything particularly special. I mean, on a minute by minute level, it's always fun because the powers are super fun. And
it's lovely. As you progress as well, you get more powers. Yeah, it's much more fun.
On a moment-to-moment basis, it's a lot of fun to control, but the core missions are never really particularly memorable. You're never really involved in the story, even though the cutscenes look great. It's got really unerringly realistic facial animations.
Yeah, the facial stuff's amazing. Now, here we go. This is an odd way to start the game.
Okay, so I'm going to look like an.
You want to keep your hand in the camera because you might look a bit strange otherwise.
Because this doesn't look bad.
I quite liked. Oh, you're spraying. I quite like this in a weird way. I sort of enjoyed it.
It's quite cute that
You might want to point it more to me. So.
It's quite cute that the microphone on the DualShock 4 makes a noise like a spray.
Well, rattle it. I love that. It's weird. It's just like a really stupid thing. Just makes me quite happy. But yeah, so you go around the city and there's various places where you can perform these little tags, and they're like sort of like side missions. You get good karma or bad karma depending whether you do a nice or a nasty stencil.
If you draw a massive giant evil knob on the side of it.
It's a shame, you can't decide what you want to do. But they're quite good fun. Like you just sit there and you rattle your little can and you spray your little pictures.
It's probably best you can't draw what you want to, otherwise we all know what we draw.
Yeah.
Well, technically during these bits I guess you could make any pattern you want, but let's not.
No, it's not. Because that's Delson stamping his mark on the world.
And that's actually his brother. We've just
Reggie. Yeah, it's not necessarily the snappiest of starts, really.
No, it's not the most attention-grabbing intro.
Because I thought normally these sort of things, they give you all the powers, so they let you run around like a madman, and then they take them all away.
I guess it's because you're having to set up a lot of the plot here that he's only just.
Yeah.
He kind of stumbles upon his powers accidentally.
Nate Fox did talk about being an origin story, so I guess they had to sort of do an origin, I guess.
Now, prepare for a very.
Who's out there?
Realistic looking woman.
So this is Betty. They're all part of the Akomish tribe.
What are you doing here?
Facial animation is so
It's,
subtle.
because I really think what this
Her in
means
particular,
for
she
yeah.
like freaks me out.
Feel all that accomplished.
'Cause I mean, they use the raw data of like the cameras in front of their faces to animate and.
It's just her, like the way her eyes are kind of shaped and how her brow changes as
It's the little touches,
emotions
yeah.
kind of fluctuate.
Well,
And like the mouth as well, and the wrinkles.
Yes,
and
there's little curls of the lip. It's little movements around the cheek that you wouldn't normally see in a game. There's some lovely stuff with Fetch later on where.
He's a cop.
When Delsin and Reggie are arguing, Fetch in the background is just like you can just see her like little curls of her lip or little looks in her eyes. Kind of like you can see like her thinking like, "Are you kidding me?" When they're having an argument about something, she doesn't say anything. She's not even like up front.
It's actually, for me, it's even better than L.A. Noire, because L.A. Noire, there was always that,
Yeah.
I'm acting with my huge elastic face.
Well, they made such a big fuss about it, didn't they? And then this has kind of just thrown it in, just like, "Hey, no big deal.
Yeah.
We just got really great
Yeah,
faces."
I mean, like pre-release, I don't really remember
freedom.
Sucker Munch making a big
There
deal
was
about
there was
faces
one
at all.
trailer, and the trailer really was focusing on the fact that they basically got Troy Baker's face in the game.
Set up an alibi.
But yeah, they haven't made a huge.
Is it? Wait, is Delsin's face actually Troy Baker's?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is now that I look at him, like if you put some spiky blonde hair in.
Well, it's weird because obviously seen loads of trailers of him, and there's a couple of bits in here where Delsin makes a face, and you go, that's just Troy Baker. And I interviewed him for this, and I'm in a van for some reason. I don't quite know why that was.
Yeah. Wait, you're interviewing in a van.
Well, yeah, it's time for your interview, and they wheeled us in. Well, took me into a van.
Sure, you didn't abduct him. We all know you've got a Troy Baker man crush.
He's a very nice man. He's a very charismatic man. I can sort of see how he's done all right for himself in the acting.
I think I'd like him just to read me
Completely
non-stop
route to this.
bedtime stories in his Joel voice from Arsenal. I could listen to him with that voice. Right?
That Joel voice is amazing. I always talk about it. It is interesting about how like him and Nolan North, the two famous voice actor people, were doing it for years before they got famous for being themselves.
Gold
I mean,
crab.
like Nolan North did loads of voice work before.
I'm not. I mean, I
Uncharted.
guess is Troy Baker's actual voice like Delsin's? I don't know if I don't think I've ever actually hear him speaking.
It's like he's like a sort of a cleaner cut kind of slightly older kind of version of Delsin, I think. But yeah, essentially it's this sort of it's not far off his actual speaking voice. But I mean, yeah, like Troy Baker, he was like Snow in Final Fantasy. He was loads of just standard video game voices. And then I think sort of Uncharted and Batman and stuff like that, he started to get a name for himself. Not Uncharted, sorry, The Last of Us.
This is so disconcerting when you've been used to floating about like a smoke-powered Superman for 7 hours just to go back with your jumps. Quite odd.
A lot of people have been sort of having a kind of different opinion with the jumping. I don't kind of mind the jumping. I think you need a slightly weird video game jump to make it work.
I don't mind it because you use it so rarely. As soon as you get like your neon and video powers, I almost never use the default smoke power. So it is very rare that it's certainly not like the last two games where you're constantly tediously jumping between windowsills. You get about 3 or 4 hours into the game, you can literally sprint up the side of a building. You can basically constantly run at the speed of sound and run up anything.
Neon power is brilliant because at first it only works in bursts, and then you have to sort of unlock like unlimited, and then you can just neon run forever.
I mean, again, it's strange. Like all the focus pre-release has been on smoke, but the smoke power is actually the weakest of all the 4 powers.
I don't know because I've been playing.
Well, I enjoyed it at least.
I've been playing an evil run through, and I think smoke's got some slightly better power-ups. There's a few differences, I think.
Maybe for combat it's more effective, but in terms of traversal,
So I think when you start using the air vents properly, because if you dash into an air vent, you get fired up into the air. There's I think one of the evil power-ups I think is it fires you up even higher, so you get even more height. So you can start to clear larger spaces of the city.
but it is difficult to beat.
This is stuff we were talking about the face acting. You watch Reggie's face and the way his sort of eyes narrow and his eyebrows flicker.
If you would listen, I would explain it to you. Really, because I don't seem to get it. What? Truck.
It's just a shame, even though the characters look amazing in person, the script's it's alright. I mean, the story's nothing to write home about. Delsin is quite unlikable.
It's weird.
I think as many folk feared.
The characters, when they're interacting, like the actual
I'm going
actors
after those two.
acting,
You stay back. The thing's gonna blow.
that works really well, and they're really nice, and it's really enjoyable, and sort of the natural kind of back and forth between them is brilliant. But yeah, some of the, like obviously the key lines they have to deliver to expand on the story are preposterous, and the story itself is a bit. It kind of doesn't make any sense. There's things that happen, you're going like, well, that just literally in a game full of flying people and neon powers, that makes no sense.
Yeah. I must say, I definitely enjoyed the story of Infamous 2
Let him go.
more
Keep
than
your
the
hands
second
where I
son.
can see him. I don't want to hurt nobody. I just want to get going
Even
before
that
she gets
problem's
here.
like
I
Nick's.
said
Oh
let
yeah,
him
absolutely.
go,
It just
or I
like
will
Nick's was
shoot
a
you.
horrendous character, but it did have nice individual moments like Cole and Zeke up on the roof watching a
Yeah.
old western, and
It was quite because you didn't really know what was going to happen. It was just them enjoying the movie, and then later on, if you finish it, there's some stuff that happens at the end. If you do the evil ending, that makes that moment even more poignant.
now, this is kind of like one of the few remaining overt kind of callbacks to the comics that
Yeah.
have over inspired the series, where you still do get the comic style flashbacks.
I think they felt like they sort of were almost obliged to do it.
Yeah.
So there we go. Delson has met Frank. I forgot his name now. Yeah, met one of the conduits being transported.
Smoke Man.
Smoke
So that's
Man.
the guy he steals the smoke.
Yeah,
from.
and he's discovered that he himself is a conduit, and by touching other conduits, he absorbs their power. He's basically like Milo. What's the guy from Heroes?
Sylar.
Silent, yeah.
Except Sylar cuts the.
was
But no, he's the
Oh yeah,
good
the,
guy.
Oh, the good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter
Peter
yes.
Petrelli.
Peter Petrelli.
Oh,
Happening to me. God, no! Stop it! Stop it!
Powers.
No, I'm not actually controlling that. That just kind
What's going
of
on?
zips you close to the clip.
Oh my God!
Fire pretty though.
Oh my God! Make it
Fire
stop!
pretty.
Reg! Reg, I really need you!
And my
What's going
double
on?
down.
Reggie!
And this is your kind of smoke dash.
No! Reggie! You okay?
I think one of the good things with the powers as well, the way it ramps up, when you first get that sort of smoke dash and you're in the city and using it to go through fences and hop over walls, it feels really powerful and exciting. And then a few hours later, you've unlocked loads of other stuff, and when you go back to an old save, you realise how slowly the powers have increased, but how suddenly underpowered you feel if you play an old save.
The kind of the joy of movement at the end of the game when you're fully leveled up. It's just a reason to dip in for 30-40 minutes and just interact with your environment is the end game itself, because it's so funny.
I think it's a sign of a really well balanced game. You don't really notice big increases in power. You realise suddenly how far you've come, say 2-3 hours down the line.
I've got to say, I don't know if we can think of another game which has as accomplished set of powers as Second Son. I think superhero-wise, it's probably the most fun. I don't think it's the best superhero game ever, but it's certainly got. I think it's got the most enjoyable set of core powers.
See, I'm not sure because I mean, I said spoilers obviously here. I think for me the smoke and neon are sort of the core powers, and then essentially there's one
Video's really
ludicrous, ridiculous power.
It
and
is
then
ridiculous,
The
but
final
it is,
power of concrete you get at the end as a reward when essentially the game's finished. There's nothing to do but collect
yeah,
stuff.
like concrete is actually really good. I guess I've been using concrete a lot just to
Wouldn't have been able to
sweep up
get
all the
to
side
you back
missions.
there if I
Yeah,
The
hadn't.
concrete's super fun. In video, actually, when you level up, it's interesting because it almost allows you to fight stealthily. You can go invisible and kind of get around the back end.
What the power does is fine.
And you can
but
fly as well.
The
It literally
logic,
lets you fly.
the logic
Oh,
of it
yes.
makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Yeah, no, it's a bit okay. It's not too hard for logic.
And the latch is melted. Locked.
But that's what I mean. In a game full of like flying men and smoke and neon, the video game power sort of offended my sensibilities. So here we are at the factory.
Here's our first event, Zoom.
Wait, he's not.
You missed that because if you fling through the gate and everyone runs off in panic,
Oh, there they
That's-
are. Oh, there you
because
go.
now everyone knows you're a conduit.
Ah,
And
right.
conduits are bioterrorist, I should say.
Wow, that should have hurt.
I don't know how he explains why you get the chains wrapped around your wrist.
We picked up here, didn't we? And just sort of magically just sort of wrapped around his wrist. I guess it's like cool chain wrapping is his power.
It's must be like a contractual obligation in a new first-party Sony game. If you're a
Almost there, Betty.
third-person action adventure, you must have chains wrapped around your hands.
Yeah, something like in in God of War, it was meant to be a sign of slavery, wasn't it? In one of the original designs for God of War, he was a slave, and when he escaped, he still had the chains bound to him.
Didn't know anybody was in here.
Originally, they were just decoration. They would just trail when he jumped to add like a visual kind of hook.
I'll explain later, but you gotta get out of here now. Good, I'm gone. Not until you fix this first. I spend most of my life behind bars.
It's
easy enough to bust out.
Her face in the flashbacks.
You just gotta wait for that golden
When the
opportunity.
T1000 melts in all out at the end of the T2.
It looks kind of painful. I never
Got
kind
my
of really
powers.
mention it, but
Hell, I was
yeah, it looks like it's
unstoppable.
sort of
He's
agonising.
essentially violating him,
Until
isn't
the
he?
D's
Yeah,
caught
with
up.
his mind.
With his money.
Yeah, they got a special hold they like to toss folks like me in. Figured out a way to bind us all up so we couldn't use our powers.
Everyone sounds like Keith
That
Sutherland.
also
This guy
looks
sounds like a
I
silent
think
one
you've
or
been playing
something.
Metal Gear Solid too much.
That's probably right.
It's going to be like a Being John Malkovich moment when you come into the office and everyone's
No
Keith
way.
Sutherland just going,
Well, it just sounded like
Hey,
Kiefer Sutherland in
this
Mississippi Burn.
Red-headed bitch
See that?
there.
15
Really
times.
into needles and scalpels. She called what she did to me tests.
Oh, it's like a Dead Space 2 moment.
But if you do enough time, you learn a few tricks. You just gotta be patient. Sooner or later, they'll screw up. They always do. You maybe see something or you hear something, learn things you weren't supposed to know. So when that bitch put the three of us in that wagon, I knew what was coming. A golden opportunity.
That's how they escaped.
I saw you poking around inside my head. It was me? I thought that was you. You saw it, right? That DUP prison. If she catches you, that's where you're going. Wait!
Augustine music and a big bad.
Now we got to catch it first.
Ready for a boss fight.
Warning you, kid.
It's not really a boss fight, it's a boss chase.
I'm not going anywhere.
This happens later on as well when you meet
You
Fetch,
fix
where you have to
this!
sort of catch up.
Listen, I don't know what happened, but you better be ready to disappear. Why? You're a conduit now, kid. A bioterrorist. Welcome to the world of run for your life. And that's what I aim to do, even if I gotta go through you.
Not going
Anywhere till you fix this.
name?
That's
This
his
ain't
friend.
something that can be fixed. Then at least show me how to control it. Ain't got time. DUP's coming. And she
He
knows
does go
I'm on
through a
your
very
plan.
quick emotional change here. It's like, for God's sake, take these powers away from me. And
Yeah.
2 seconds like, well, show me how to use them.
This fire's only gonna buy 2-3 minutes
I think
diversion tops. I gotta
If
get
I had
now.
powers, I would be
Ain't
of
going
the
back
this
to
is
burning
cool
K.
kind of
Yeah,
mentality. Unless they're really bad
What's coming
powers,
is
like,
coming for you, man,
burn the
not
skin
me.
off everyone you
Been
touch.
seen,
That would be
son. Folks here know
The
about you.
skills, man.
She's
Touch
got
his
a way
head
of
on
making
the turns to
people
skills.
Good luck, kid.
See, every time I see that, I just imagine him in his house crying with like just piles of Skittles where his family used to be.
Let's hope we'll get sent and watch the skills do.
It doesn't work like that.
Aw,
Nobody's
not
ever
even
gotta
a big
know
fan
about
of
any of
skills.
this.
Server skills.
Wait a minute, stop it.
Here we go. This
Stop
is
it.
Augustine's.
Yes, old granite woman.
Yeah, so she's a conduit with concrete powers, obviously, and she runs DUP rounding up other bioterrorists.
The UP rounding up the place.
Yes.
everybody.
She kind of reminds me of a
Bioterrorist.
eviler version of
Let me
the
dodge you.
middle-aged woman from Glee.
As a bioterrorist.
Yeah.
Conduit.
The facial capture is interesting. 'Cause they are going to have to
You're not a...
start casting
Stranger?
actors now on
Mm.
looks.
Are you?
I mean, obviously they can give them any face they want, but this has been a really good, interesting example of seeing that's a real person's face.
It's interesting because I was having a conversation yesterday about The Walking Dead, and
It's been my
I actually
experience.
stumbled
There are
upon
two
the
reasons
voice
for
actress
you to be
who
nervous.
does Clementine. And if this is going to be the future, she's going to be struggling because she's 39 and
Yeah.
she's playing like a 12-year-old girl. So
Well, like the woman who does Ashley in Resident Evil 4. She's like the squirrel
You were
in
in there with that
SpongeBob,
bioterrorist.
and she's like a 49-year-old woman or something, but she's got this certain range of voice that means she always plays like perky teenage characters.
Did he say
It'll be
anything?
like
Share.
silent movies when the talkies came in, and loads
Yeah,
of there's a famous actress who was one of the most famous actresses in the world in silent movies, and then it all collapsed when the talkies came in because she had a horrible voice.
Good. That's good to hear. You see, we are engaged in a life and death war with these bioterrorists, and it's my job to do whatever it takes to ensure that we win that war.
Yeah, there's a lot of things like the tightening of the brow and stuff that you just.
Or a wrinkly
It's kind
mouth.
of funny because
I generally think Uncharted has got
are you a
to
bioterrorist
think
too?
about how it's going to do facial acting now, because normally it's been hand acting.
Okay.
But this is like, there's just such a subtlety to it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yes.
I mean, both
I
being
am.
internal Sony
Sometimes you have
studios
to
and
fight fire with fire.
certainly first party studios.
You
I
know that you are
wouldn't
not
be
a coward,
surprised if there's
which
some
means
tech
there's
shit
something
going on
that you are
behind the
not
scenes.
telling me.
What are you doing? You can't do this, you crazy. I've got rights.
And I have the legal authority to suspend those rights whenever I feel it's necessary, like now, for instance.
I can't imagine the next Uncharted won't use this technology because you know, it sounds like the PS2 inFamous games were famed for any sort of motion capture. So
But I think it shows a lot
I'm
about how
told that.
like the level of technology is coming down now, and what was once a a tentpole feature in a game is now just anyone can do it.
Maybe I know what happened there.
No, Betty!
I think if Ground Zeroes uses.
Really?
Yeah, no, that
It does,
uses
yeah.
favourite
Still
pictures as well because Keith Sutherland's done all the.
Yeah, there's that great gif of
Well-
them sort of like that, doing faces.
Although
Unless
I
you
would
decide
say
that you do
from
have something
what
to
I
tell
played,
me.
what I
I'll
finished
get
Ground
checked
Zeroes,
with
what
that
I've-
lady.
the many hours
But
I
you
spent
should
in that
know,
game, that
concrete is
does.
especially
There aren't
hard.
that many cutscenes, but it does seem more
Bones.
subtle than
And
inFamous.
if she doesn't talk, I'll just move on to the next one.
So we're coming up now to our
Next.
big first
Someone who
moral
does.
decision where we have to choose to
Is there
save
something you wanna
Betty
tell
and the
me?
Yakomish or turn them all
I
in.
prefer that I move on to your
Well,
friend.
we'll just get past this and then we'll have a look at the end and see, final save, see what all the different powers are. So we can show the different choices. So we've got Sacrifice the Tribe.
Or turn yourself.
If you hold it down, it will let you read them both.
Okay, so that's turn
So,
yourself in.
Risking your freedom to protect Betty is the first step to becoming a hero.
I'm going to be evil because I did it good from a review.
You
Breaking there's in danger to save yourself is the first step to becoming infamous. The name of the game
How can you sleep at night?
says the man who played it through evil.
No, I finished it on good, and then I went back and played it evil, and I hated every
And I
second.
had
I was
no
wandering around
problems.
going, sorry, like killing people.
Hope you're not as stubborn as that one. Are you, Betty?
I think what did he say there? 'Cause this
Yeah,
is
I
essentially
told
pointing
that.
out identically to the good one. Maybe it's like in like
Well, he
false
just
choice.
goes, I don't know anything. Yeah, it plays out exactly the same. I mean, she tortures the entire tribe, whether you
Oh, yeah, that's
turn
true.
yourself in or not. Now, so if we get
Thug life.
we've got to get through the cutscene. We'll skip forward in a minute and go straight to the next bit. So we'll just let this play out. Can't skip it, can we?
No.
I think as soon as he gets up, starts to walk around, we can skip through it. His jeans are here. Right, I think we just pause now. Okay, so that was the opening 20 minutes or so of Second Son, seeing how the plot's set up and why Delsin comes to Seattle. This is a completed save. We've unlocked everything, including this, which is the concrete power. This is the one you get off of Augustine at the end of the game. It's a good power. It's just a bit sad to get it at the end when we finish, because once you finish the main game, there are no more missions. There are lots of sort of collectibles, and there's still the
Smash!
DUP bases to take down, but there's not any sort of more to do. Or can you do endless run on that?
Yeah, if you upgrade it enough, you can basically go endless thing.
So concrete power is smashy. So we got this thing. You can fly quite high as well. Can't you?
You can levitate up to like 3 times during that single jump. So.
Yeah, you just keep going up. And that's about it, really, isn't it? Like, you can't get on top of buildings in groups and everything. You've got like a.
Well, actually, that makes it quite easy to get.
But you have to sort of climb up.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Okay, let's stream video. See
Video. This is preposterous. somehow you now have the ability of video games because video games. That you summon up angels, you got wings, demons. It's practically, it's really useful, but it just makes no sense whatsoever. And that's basically it. You got smoke, you got neon, you got video, and concrete. Let's go grab some neon and do some endless running. Or smash the tower. You need do a smoke thing from there, not smoking, a sword thing.
Yeah. Jump on.
Do it from the ground because it looks good.
Oh, right, okay.
I want to see it fall. Go back a bit. Shoot the other one with your arm. There we go. Smash. I wonder if you concrete could run through them.
Maybe?
The one problem as well with concrete is that you can only get it off a DUP guard, so you have to go and find a DUP guard before you can absorb it. Which is
There are a lot of them about it.
yeah.
This is neon. This is my favourite part.
When you upgrade it, you can run forever, and the only thing that stops you are small roofs.
And there's your light rail which goes through here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fantastic world. It's a shame there isn't more to do in it. It's a sort of a judiciously kind of economic game, like the physics stuff, like the DUP towers. They're basically the only thing you can smash up. Everything else is solid and immovable.
Now,
It's
neon's
interesting.
also good to be it's good for a kind of passive play because it gives you a slow motion targeting system
Yeah.
where you can shoot those ankles to incapacitate them non-lethally.
Or their heads to obliterate them.
It's almost strange, like you can never take that much damage, which is annoying. Okay, let's drain some smoke. Construction is impressive.
Yeah, smoke is sort of the only power you can have at any time. Oh god, let's go. Let's go.
Dang! Sheesh.
Yeah, they are at force, aren't they? And they've got you.
And down I go.
Anyway, there you go. So that is the first 20 minutes or so of the opening for inFamous Second Son, and a quick look at all the powers, including the ridiculous video. Have you unlocked the upgrade where you can summon demons?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, when you turn invisible, don't you? If you got the
Basically makes a copy of yourself.
well, no, if you power up, you can actually you get like a demon comes along or an angel comes
Oh
along.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
I think I will not that.
But yeah, anyway, there you go. First 20 minutes, all the powers. Like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more. If you've got any questions or you want to see any more of the gameplay, leave a comment, and we shall speak to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye bye.